Hello guys, what is up? Today I'm going to show you on how to play and explain on how to use each operator and what I use personally on each class. Okay, so I use the R0933. Basically, this weapon is an automatic rifle which is very effective. Aside from the G360, the ACWR, the L8582, the FAMAS, etc. Now these guns do not have, personally to me, absolutely no recoil, which is pretty effective in the battlefield. Now with pistols, I would personally use the 92FS or the taser or the duals VC61 to break that down, the dualies. Now, how is Medic meant to be played? Medic is meant to be played as a team player, working at close to short medium range, meant to be healing teammates, placing those explosive traps around the map, using like incendiary grenades, etc. Now with operator, I don't use him, so I can't give you much tips on how to get good with him. So the stuff I use is the first aid pack, because that's the first thing you get. Now if I was you, I'd either buy defibrillators, or if you're on the other team, revive, which is a simple needle shot, which makes no sense because how can a needle with some stuff in it heal someone? Okay, so with the SWAT, because I don't use him, I find this weapon already decent because it comes with flash hider and stubby grip, which is a bit too OP in my opinion. Now with secondaries, I use the 92FS because I'm not really good with the taser. Can get some good shots in there, but not all the time. Okay, now with mechanic, I personally use the M45 or the MPX, but I haven't bought the K10, which is Mirror's weapon from Rainbow Six Siege. Now with this weapon, I don't use sights, I don't use accessories. Sometimes I don't really use attachments in general, but for now I'm sticking with suppressor because I find it kind of helpful. So with the secondaries, I use the taser because I get them from behind, even though I'm not meant to. But if I feel I'm doing really bad in the game, I go back to the snub. So how do you play mechanic? You're meant to go to like close quarters, move around the enemy, threaten them from behind, destroy their traps or their vehicles. Now if you're a passenger, recommend you use a repair tool or a grenade launcher to kill enemies from behind. Now I'm going to explain what these weapons do. With this weapon, it has, for me, a bit of recoil, but not that much. But with the MPX, Valkyrie's weapon from Rainbow Six Siege, it has no recoil, which is a bit too OP and it needs to be fixed. But I hope they don't fix it. It is an old game, so keep your hopes up. With the weapons you start with the MP5K with the SR202, extended mag and suppressor, which is decent attachments, but I just don't like it. Okay, so to my second favorite class setup in this game, we move into the Enforcer, which is equipped with a shotgun, which I cannot use. So I just saved up for a battle rifle and I ended up getting Scar H. Now with the Scar H, I've been using it for a few weeks now, and I've gotten at the minute 146 kills in a couple weeks or a couple days, I can't remember. So I use the AP tracer rounds because I can use the recoil, but if you can't, then stick with the normal attachments, which is stock. I think someone's calling me. Okay, no one's calling, someone sent me a text. Okay, now I use either heavy barrel or suppressor. If I feel like, ooh, I'm gonna rush them, then I use a heavy barrel because it deals more damage and it does less recoil, even though I can use the recoil. Now with suppressor, if I feel really sneaky and I get some kills from behind, I use suppressor, but I barely feel like that. Now the Enforcer doesn't have that many good like pistols, except for the Scorpions. So you start with the F45T, which is a decent gun, but it doesn't really help out that much. So I basically tried to get the bald eagle, and I got it in under a day, which you guys should be able to do. So to get the bald eagle, you have to go to assignment, and you have to go to thingy. What's it called? I'll find it. Enforcer 2, which is getting the points of damage deflected with the shield, which is 250 damage, and get 25 kills with a battle rifle or shotgun. Now, to get the first service star, to get the first patch, which you do need to move on to the second one, is you have to get your enforcer to bronze service star to the bronze service star level 2, which will take you a couple games, but it shouldn't take you that many games to do. So I mean, it should take you around, if you're good, but let's say you go 36 and 2, you should get there around there, and then you have all of your other kills done. And also you have to give 10 ammo packs to a teammate, so you have to apply them 10 times, which a different teammates is just not one teammate, which I done in the game. So that challenge is easy. Now with this, you're going to spend a little bit of money and a little bit of time. So what you have to do is you have to get this patch, and then you have to get your enforcer to bronze service star 7, which took me around 5 to 7 games of team deathmatch. But that was because I was playing team deathmatch, so you know, it took me quite a while. So I was just looking at something else. Now with this one, after you've done that, you have to buy the shield, which is around 12 to 15k if I remember, and then after that you take like, after like 5 enemies shoot you or something like that, I can't remember, you will do that patch, which took me a game. Just play the objective, heists, conquests, or rescue. Any game mode will work, but objective is the best one. And then I just did team deathmatch to get the shotgun or battle rifles kills. I used the battle rifle, so that's one way on how you can. That's the only way on how you can get the deagle, which is the best pistol in the game, because or the pistol I've used, because it does 2 damage up close and 1 in the heads, I think. I'm not sure. I don't really aim for the head because it has no recoil, so I don't know. Even though it has the worst control, apparently. And then so 2 shots, and it has like 7 shots. So you can get like 2 to 3 enemies killed, until you have to like reload. Wasn't that hard to get. Does reasonable damage. But if you can't be bothered to get that, then just stick with the 45T. Or if you do have the Pachel DLC or Premium, then go for the Scorpions. Scar H or the H car will do good if you want battle rifle kills, or you just want to use the class in general. Again, AP rounds heavy barrel if you can use the grip. For melees, I use the breaching hammer, karambit, or devil's toothpick. So let's move on to the professional, my favorite class setup, and it always will be. So I use I'm gonna buy at some point the 700 LTR, because I heard it has this this bullet that can do 1 shot, and that's the only weapon that can give you a 1-shot bullet. But anyway, aside from that, the 3.8 recon, I use it with straight pull, flash hider, and ×8. But if I'm not using that weapon, then I use I need to change this up, AWS with the Mac 10, because I unlocked the Mac 10 after a couple of hours. It was a long grind. It was hard to get. I had to buy a camera just to get it. The Mac 10 is just luck based and on how good your teammates are, which I ended up getting good teammates and I got it in the game just off conquest on block. With this weapon, doesn't come with any sights. You will have to buy the sights after getting a couple kills. Mac 10, you can only get one kill, and then you'll have to reload unless you're playing hardcore. The rate of fire 1145, and I can handle the recoil, so I don't use stock anymore. But it does come with suppressor, so that's decent. Or if I don't really feel like sniping, but I want to level up my character, I use the MP7. Don't know why it's showing the AWS, or the Mac 10. Now, the way on how you get the Mac 10, you have to, again, go to assignments. Alright, let me find it. Okay, so you have to get your server starter level 2, and then you have to get 10 sniper rifle kills and 5 laser chip mine kills, which I had trouble with. So I played the rescue and TDM, etc. Just game modes in general. Then after that, you have to get your server starter level 7, which took me a couple games, because I had trouble with it. So I got to like level 5 when I did it. So just played a couple of games. Then I had to get 5 camera coins, which is, I remember this off by heart, by the way. Getting your teammates, or you, I got my teammates to do it, so I wanted to play it safe. Kill 2 enemies, or your teammates kill 2 enemies with your camera, and then that's how you do it. So you have to get 10 spot assists in general, and then get 25 kills, and that's how you unlock the OP Mac 10. Now, if you've already bought the Tech 9 for Thieves, then use that instead of the Mac 10, because although the Mac 10 is efficient, the Tech 9 will give you a higher chance to live, and you can kill more enemies if you get all your shots on. I'm buying straight pool. Actually, I'm not gonna buy. So I got off track there. Or if you have the portrayal, use the improvised weapon, I think, or the scorpions. So the way on how you play scout is by going close range, or not close range. What am I talking about? Going far back. Getting some headshots, because headshots are 1 kill. Or if you don't feel like staying back, just camping, like I usually do, then I use the MP7 while leveling up my character. So yeah, that's how you play it. So if you feel like camping, I'll give you some tips. If you feel like camping, place trip mines behind you, or wherever they could come from, and you get 2 trip mines in general, unless you use oh, it's not here. Okay, never mind. So you only get 2 trip mines. So place like one where one ladder is, or where another ladder is, and then when they walk up, if they go up the ladder, they'll instantly detonate and get a kill or 2. And then, but if you that's only if you want to camp. If you want to push, then use the AWS or the 388 Recon, the dot 300 knockout, the AWM, which I'm going to buy, and the R700 LTR. If you want to push, use iron sights, which you get with this weapon, so they have you covered. With the Tech 9, you have to use it at really close range. So don't use a sniper at close range unless you know you're gonna get that headshot, which I'm not really. Let's say I'm not confident with myself getting those easy headshots. I usually choke before getting them. So that's one downfall. Now with Enforcer, I didn't go over this. I use Capital's weapon, the SA-58 OSW, with AP rounds and angled grip because I can't use the recoil. I'm gonna either buy a compensator or a heavy barrel to reduce the recoil. You can use the bald eagle. I use a ballistic shield. I use ammo box. I use Molotov. I use the devil's toothpick. So how you play Enforcer? Go around your team, giving them ammo boxes. See my mic's on, which it is for once. Recorded this like 3 times now. Anyway, go close to long range. Support teammates with your shield or whatever. Exploit enemies with your breaching charge, or just cover your team playing the front lines, which I usually do. While I get killed all the time. With the mechanic, go around, flank them from behind, destroy any traps that they have. Make sure that your team is not dying all the time. Destroy, place traps with your sabotages under weapon, under cars. Use your grenade launcher to get easy kills. With the on vehicles. I think it's like 2 shots, and you get 4. Mechanic, go around healing your teammates, reviving them with this revive or defibrillators. Play close to medium range, and well, yeah, that's basically it. So I'm just gonna practice with my scout, and I'm gonna show you on how you use them when I get a drink. Well, reloading. I'm just gonna get a drink.